Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rizky Rohmah and my friend Anggun Gunapuspita will explain the topic of classroom management. In classroom management, there are 5 subtopics that will be discussed. The first is the physical environment of the classroom. The second is managing classes. The third is teacher's voice and body language. The fourth is teacher's roles and styles. The fifth is creating a positive classroom climate. The physical environment of the classroom is one of the simple principles in classroom management. There are divided into four categories. The first is sight, sound, and comfort. These 3 things can affect students in the learning process because they will be affected by what they see, what they hear, and what they feel when they are in the classroom. The second is sitting arrangement. When in class, students are required to communicate between other students or the teacher because they are in the learning process. Therefore, communication with each other is very important so that there is no misunderstanding. The third is chalkboard use. The chalkboard is one of the tools used in learning in the classroom. The chalkboard can support the learning process because the chalkboard can provide a visual picture of the material to students besides just listening the material presented by the teachers. And the teachers can explain on the chalkboard. The fourth is equipment. Many equipment used in English class. The second is managing classes. In managing classes, there are 3 things that must be considered. The first is grouping students. There is no limit to the grouping students in classroom, where class teaching can be done in large group. Students work by their own peer work and group work. The second is problem behavior and what to do about it. Sometimes teachers feel that their students fail to cooperate. This can interfere with the learning process in classroom. The causes of this problem must be found and so the learning can run smoothly again. The following are factors that influence the occurrence of the problem. 1. Family. 2. Education. 3. Boredom. 4. External factors. 5. What the teacher does. And 6. Self-esteem. There are several strategies that teachers can do to avoid the occurrence of those problems. The first is creating a code of conduct. The second is teachers and make uh, a good relation between teachers and students. One thing that makes teachers feel angry when they are in class is when students don't want to use English while the learning process is ongoing, especially during communicative activities. However, there are understandable reasons why students are more comfortable using their mother tongue when doing certain activities. The first is mother tongue is needed when doing certain activities such as doing discussing with friends, and the second is the use of the mother tongue when learning a foreign language is considered reasonable because it is in the process of understanding the foreign language, and the third is uh, teachers often explain English with their with the with their mother tongue too. The third is educational technology and other teaching equipment. In teaching language classes, especially English, teachers have many various tools to help the learning process, discussion, and evaluation. These tools are audio, image, board, projectors, language laboratory, or the teachers can also make homegrown materials.
Okay, next teacher voice and body language. One of the first requirements for good teaching is good voice presentation. The teacher does not have to be loud, but you need to be heard by all students in the room. When you speak, make your voice so that the person farthest from you can hear your voice clearly. Your voice is not the only one production mode available in class. Nonverbal communication is very powerful. In language course, especially when students may not have all the skills needed to interpret spoken language, their attention will be drawn to nonverbal communication. Here are some tips. Number 1. Let your body posture show a sense of confidence. Number 2. Your face should reflect optimism, brightness, and warmth. Number 3. Use face and gesture to enhance the meaning of words and sentences they may be unclear. Number 4. Make eye contact with all students in the class frequently. Number 5. Don't bury yourself in your notes and plans. Number 6. Don't put your feet firmly in one place for an entire hour. Number 7. Walk around in the classroom without being distracted. Number 8. Follow the conventional rules of distance and kinesthetic touching that apply for the culture of your students. And the last, dress appropriately, considering the expectation of your student and the culture which you are teaching. And next is teacher roles and style. What is teacher roles? The role of learner in the teaching system is closely related to the status and function of the teacher. The role of teacher is ultimately similar to the assumption about language and language learning at the method level. First, the type of teacher function are expected to fulfill whether that of practice director, counselor, or model. And the second, degree of control of the teacher has over how learning takes place. And 3. The degree of which the teacher is responsible for determining the content of what is taught. And the last, the interaction patterns that develop between teachers and learners. And the second is teaching style. Teaching style is the way teachers teach, deliver information, interact with the student, manage the classroom, assess the tasks, and mentor the student. It also refers to the way teacher designing his or her behavior based on the student need. Gracia divided the teaching style into 5 styles in his teaching style model. He defined this category as follows. Number 1, expert style. Teachers with subject knowledge and professional knowledge highlight the expert style. Teachers care about providing correct information to students. Number 2, formal authority style. The formal authority style is that the teacher always gives positive or negative feedback to the student. In this teaching method, teachers are responsible to providing and controlling the flow of content. Number 3, personal model style. Teachers act as role model and advise students to observe and apply specific methods that are effective from teacher's perspective. This style should lead by example. Number 4, facilitator style. The style focuses on a student-centered approach. In this style, teachers act as facilitators and students are responsible for achieving the goals of various assignments. Number 5, delegator. The style is designed to shape student ability to learn independently. The teacher delegates control as responsibility for learning to student and for student group and transfers them to student. And next is creating a positive classroom climate. Number 1 is respect. Both student and teacher have the right to receive respect in the classroom. Teachers are also responsible mutual respect. Respect means recognition. All students have dignity, value, and important things to do contribute. Teachers need to understand their students in order to connect with them on an intellectual level. Teachers must also let students know that they believe in their ability to learn and contribute to the class. Consider the following strategies to encourage respect. Be familiar with the student records and background. Show genuine interest in all students and demonstration. Ensure that students are fair, firm, and resolved. Treat all students with respect and courtesy, and so on. Number 2 is security and safety. Students need a safe and caring environment where they can explore concepts, feelings, thoughts, and questions. Expectation and restriction are essential for children emotional. Students should be able to speak freely, don't laugh, teasing, mocking, or other humiliation. And the 3 is engagement. Engagement begins with teachers projecting a sense of anticipation about the topic and activities and sharing that enthusiasm with students. Number 4 is humor. Humor is a life management skill. Students and teachers who can see the lighter side of things manage stress more effectively. Consider the following strategies to encourage participation. Number 1, able to laugh at yourself and small things in the classroom. Number 2, use cartoons, puns, and humor to observe and stories that encourage the sense of humor. Straightforwardly tell students if they have a sense of humor. Avoid overreaction. And then provide the student with guidelines that include the following points. Number 1, think twice before you say rude or offensive, even if what you say sounds interesting. Number 2, never use humor to embarrass or humiliate someone. Number 3, there is no word humor or stereotype biased comment or behavior in class. Number 5, managing behavior in classroom. An important part of creating a healthy climate is planning, prevent, and correct inappropriate behavior. Generally, the behavior management plan includes the following. Number 1, establish rule of expectation and ensure the student understand this define and enforce surgical consequence if you did not meet expectation. Give positive feedback when expectations are met, and develop behavior change strategies, and develop general prevention strategies and more specific strategies. Alright, that's our presentation. It can be concluded that in learning English in the classroom, not only the material brought by the teacher is the key to the success of learning activities in the classroom, teachers also have to do classroom management. Among them are paying attention to the physical environment of the classroom, managing classes, teacher's voice and body language when teaching, teacher's role and teaching style, and how to create a positive classroom climate. These 5 points need to be considered so that the process of learning and teaching in the classroom runs smoothly and feel comfortable for both teacher and students. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.